Did King Philip IV of France genuinely believe all the stuff that the Knights Templar were being accused of? And that included spitting on the crucifix, indecent kisses on the base of the spine, and also worshipping a demon called Baphomet. Now, I explore all of this in my new book, Downfall of the Templars, and I argue that I think King Philip did believe some of this stuff. Now, most mainstream historians will tell you that the reason King Philip went after the Knights Templar was, well, it was all about the money. He wanted to get his hands on their wealth, on their land, and to sell it off to fill his exchequer, to fund his wars with England and in Flanders. But King Philip had form when it came to going after alleged sorcerers and witches at exactly the same time that he went after the Knights Templar. He was also prosecuting a group of women called the Beguines. They'd always been tolerated. They were female preachers who lived in the community. Suddenly, Philip is denouncing them as witches, and he burns one of their leaders, Marguerite Perret, at the stake in the same month that he burns 54 Templars to death in 1310. But it doesn't just stop there. Philip is also accusing the Bishop of Troyes of having killed the Queen, who died in childbirth. But the king says, no, she died because of potions and spells cast by the Bishop of Troyes in league with a sorcerer, with a wizard. Now, the bishop gets off those charges, but it's a pretty terrifying experience, and it shows Philip really does believe in all this stuff. And then he also goes after a dead pope, Pope Boniface VIII, who he accuses of all sorts of things, diabolism, necromancy, and so on. So in my book, Downfall of the Templars, I'm setting out to prove that King Philip IV of France really believed that the Templars were effectively witches. They were guilty of witchcraft, male witches, but witches nevertheless. So get your copy, read Downfall of the Templars, and tell me whether you think I'm right or barking up the wrong tree. But tell me either way. Thank you.